Hey guys, it's Jay and I'm back with another video for you guys. This is something that has been helping my mental health and I wanted to share it with you guys. So something that I found on Amazon for like 10 bucks was these playing cards. And they're for making your own games and stuff. There's a whole like 300 in there or something. I've only pulled out, forget how many I pulled out. Whatever the number of cards I had from my original deck was. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing with them. Now, I've misplaced something, so let me quickly glance and see if I can find it. I had a few done. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing with these and and tell you a little bit about them. So I have one of these drawers I got from Dollar Tree a few years ago. There's two drawers to it. So the first drawer I put in my unused ones, and the second one I put the used ones. Now, what do I have? You guys might have remembered back a couple months ago, I showed a Five Below haul, and in that haul was some affirmation cards. So I have been using those every day since, except for maybe, I think there was 1 or 2 days I forgot to grab a card. I think it was only one day. But anyway, every night when I put the other one in, I put one on the stand that I keep my phone on, behind the phone, and then in the morning I turn it over and read it. So I don't let myself read it until the day of. Then every night I put the used one in here. So like today's was, today I will not be critical. Today I will not be critical of my appearance or actions. I am perfect the way I am. Now, I don't always do really well with what I'm doing, but they do help me get in a better mindset every day. So I love this little container. I'm on my second time through the deck, and I'm like, I want to do something that I want to add in some more, so that way I'm getting more things. I'm not just using the same ones. So I decided to make my own deck. So I'm going to start another deck showing you guys how I did this, but with a different deck. I'm only going to do one and show you guys. But I've done this much. I've done the backs of all of these. And then I started these. Now I just got to put the thing on them. So I'm going to show you the first thing I do. First thing I needed is permanent markers. I love permanent markers, so I have all sorts of colors. I also have acid-free permanent markers. So there is that option. So you pick the colors you want. And this time I'm going to go a little darker on them. Let's see. I might do... And you can pick what you want to do on it, but I'm going to do mine. I'm going to pick these 4 colors. And then, like I said, permanent markers, and I use Pinterest to get ideas for the affirmations, but you could also, if you're in therapy, talk to your therapist about affirmations that might be beneficial to your health. You could also just Google it. I mean, like, there are so many affirmations out there. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one marker, and I'm just going to kind of scribble in a corner with the one color, and I'm just going to kind of make it a random pattern. And I usually do them all with one color first, all whatever number of cards I'm going to make, because I like to keep the backs of my deck the same, so they all look pretty close to the same. And so I'm just going to color this right here in this corner. Now, I choose not to use black because I'm going to use that for the writing, because it'll go over the colors. I'm going to do this blue over here in this corner. So my 2 darkest colors are in diagonal from one another. And I don't make the same pattern on any corner. And sometimes, like as you can see here, I kind of did one that was toward the middle. It's underneath the sunshine there. The cards that I have that were from the store have pandas and rainbows on the back. And so it was inspired by this back. You see how it's kind of a tie-dyed with a panda and a rainbow. And it says affirmation cards, and it has a little thing that says, at the bottom it says, each card has a positive, inspiring message to start your day. I didn't put that on the bottom of mine because I didn't need that. Okay, now I'm going to take my pink and go up in here, and I'm going to overlap it a little bit into the purple. And then a little bit over the blue. Now, I should have probably done this color first and then let those go over top of this one. And that's where I messed up this time, but that's okay. You learn from your mistakes. And then I'm going to take this blue and go over to kind of go over this corner over here and just kind of blend it. And there's that step, okay? Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take another color that I like, that I think complements this or goes really well. So I might choose to do a pink or purple. I'm kind of leaning more toward a deep blue. Blue is going to be beautiful on this. So all I'm going to do now, let me get my thing back out of the way here. I'm just going to take, and I normally put a piece of paper under this, but I forgot to bring that out. Let me grab a piece of paper real quick, guys. So I'm just going to take and go right along the edge and just border it. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is for me, you know. It's for my own benefit. It's to make me it's to help my mental health. And that is just one of the small things that is easy to do and can really make a difference in how you feel. I started using these the week I went and see my sister, which was back in April, May. I went and helped her out. And I started using these like the next day or the day after. And I have used them every day except for maybe once or twice. I can't remember how many days. Once was because I had therapy that day and I forgot to grab it before I left for therapy. And then all day I forgot. So, but like I had therapy, so it wasn't a big deal. Had it been a day that wasn't therapy, might have been a bigger deal. Okay, so there's that. Now the next thing is picking a design to put in there. And I kind of like the idea of doing I think I'm just going to do a teddy bear. So I'm just going to make a couple circles and color them in. And I am not a good drawer, guys. So, and then I'm going to just put a little paw and a little paw and a little paw and a little paw. And then I'm going to make these little ears. Then I'm going to take my black permanent marker. Or I'm actually going to use my dark blue. And I'm going to put a couple eyeballs on him. And then I'm going to see if I can get the red to show up. I think we're going to need the black, guys. I really do think I'm going to need my black marker. And just kind of make a little face on it. So it's not very noticeable, but I did do a face on there. And now I'm going to take my black permanent marker and I'm going to put affirmation cards at the top. I made all of this stack plus I think like 12 to 16 more, whatever it was, in one day. I just haven't put the quotes on them. I did all the other work on them. And now this week I'll be putting the quotes on. Now all I'm going to do is flip this over and I'm going to pick a totally different color. So I could pick any color I have. And I changed, every one of mine has a different color. I used all my permanent markers to line them. But I'm going to do the pink because it's what called to me first. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the dark blue on the other side. I'm just going to line the side here. And across the bottom, across the top, and on the other side. So I'm just going to line the back of them. Make a border. That's optional what you want to do, but that was what those had, and so I loved it, and I wanted to keep that. And then the first couple, I was using the fat markers that I'm using now. But then I found I had some smaller markers. And let me see if I can find it. I brought the black one with me. But I have different colors. So anyway, I was using like whatever I had. It was using the big ones. But then I found this and I'm like, oh, this would be more, a little easier to control. But these do work on them. I do love doing them. And I have more colored options, so I may go back and forth. Also, I have felt tip pens, which I'm going to maybe try on some of these because I did do a card for one of my activities for my my personal journal book that I have, and it did work on there, so I might do them too. Okay, so then I'm going to put today, and I'm going to choose to say is a good day to have a good day. And it's to remind myself, then when I pull that card, it's to remind myself that today is going to be a good day if I let it be, you know. And then I will make more cards just like this. So it's really an easy thing and something fun. And you can do it while you're watching TV. Because I watched a whole disc of like a show that we bought the series. And they're half-hour shows, so they were about 25 minutes or so. And I sat here and it did the whole stack of these. And then we went to bed and I had finished up with the backs of them while watching a bunch of YouTube videos. So you could just sit down, put your YouTube watch later list on, and just make up a whole bunch of cards. Let me read you a couple of these. I don't know if I did in the past, but let's do the ones I've already done this time. So like, I read you today's. Let's see. Today I'm in charge. Today I'm in control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. Today I'm brave. I will step up to every challenge with courage. Let's see. Today I'm flexible. Today I will adapt to changes in my life with an open mind and a positive outlook. So there's so many different ones, and it's just find what works for you in the affirmation line. There are so many out there. Check them out online. I hope this helped you guys out if you are struggling or dealing with or living with whatever you define it as, with any kind of mental health setbacks or challenges. I hope this might help you out, find a little peace of mind each day or a little positive boost in your mood. And even if you're not, these are great to start your day with because they kind of help you, especially on days that are harder. I keep it right near me and I read it off and on throughout the day. And it really helps me feel like, okay, you know, and a lot of times I'll get to the end of the day and I'll be like, oh my God, that I lived that today. And it's like, I didn't read that all day, but I lived that today. That was so awesome. And then I start seeing the sunshine in my day. And it is such a mood booster, and it really does help. And I've even got to the point where I say a few extra affirmations, embed some. I know it's going to be a day that could be a struggle for me. Therapy day is one of those, not because I'm going to therapy, but because I'm a little stressed out about leaving mom with somebody other than myself. And so I'll sometimes, like last time I went to therapy, I said to myself, today is a good day to have a good day. What's stopping me from having a good day? Nothing but myself. I can choose to see the obstacles that get in my way today as bricks that are being thrown at me and beating me up, or I can choose to see them as bricks I can use to start a path or a bridge to build and move on, or to build and get over it. Together we can do hard things together we can do. That is one of my things, that my mottos I live by is together we can do hard things together we can do. And I try to live by that every day with everything I'm going through. Check out Mom's channel if you want to know what I am dealing with right now. I do talk a little bit about my mental health on Mom's channel. We call it Mom's channel because we talk more openly on what she's dealing with. And not dealing with, but what she's living with, what she chooses to live with, or what she is living with. We choose to call it living with, not suffering from, not dealing with. Because we are coming to find ways to handle it and to keep going forward. So check that out, and we hope you all have a wonderful day filled with lots of love and laughter. And I hope your sad day in the future is only as sad as your happiest day in the past. But if it's not, I hope you find the strength to endure.